Hello everyone and welcome back. I am the Effective Collective. This is Idol Slayer and we are bringing you another daily update. I was not able to get a video up yesterday, so apologies for that. That's why I'm getting one early today, and we'll see if I can get another one later in the evening. So we'll bring it back, y'all. So I actually had a pretty good day of soul farming yesterday. We started yesterday at like 890 quintillion, and we ended at about 250. So about 360 quintillion of farming, but to be honest though, like I had good multipliers. Like I was getting a lot of 40 and up, like a lot of gold block box soul multipliers. I had a couple get extended. Like I did quite a bit of farming yesterday and had some decent multipliers, and 360 is what we came up with, as opposed to like before our average was more like 500. For a while I've been getting 400. I think it's been fair to say my average has actually probably gone down to 400 and I didn't want to accept it. But we have crossed the Rubicon. We are down to less than 1 quintillion to get Ultra Slayer point number 20. And at that point, we're going to be ready for an Ultra Ascension. So 905 quintillion to go. That means we're going to need 2.2 sextillion to be ready. So still a bit of farming to do. I was thinking about maybe just doing an Ascension, right? So that we only really need to rack up 905. And honestly, I'm not fully against it. So we are in the desert, and I'm oh shoot, did I skip a step? I did. I forgot to go drop claws into the refinery. But yeah, so we're gonna do some claw farming and see what kind of buffs we can pull. I mean, if we get some good coin buff, I might go ahead and do an Ascension now, because again, it will make that 905 quintillion that we need. It will make it come faster if I ascend these 1.3 sextillions and start that over, as opposed to as opposed to just trying to push another 900 on top of the 1.32 sextillion we've got. So yeah, it will be quicker, but I did end up getting over 1 Octavius of coins in this run. So I mean, I'm not married to it, right? I can push this out. I can let these coins go to work for me, or I can ascend and just make the next 900 easier to pull. And okay, so times 500 soul multiplier, which means we need to real quick change our gear, because we are gonna real quick need to hop over to the factory. So this is how it tends to go for me, right? I'll be in the desert. Oh yeah, my junk. Oh man. My scrap is, I can only make 1 more necklace. And I have been, I've been running my mini games on. I have Ascending Heights on still. Because I actually need 1 more for a daily. Man, yeah, my, I keep grinding, right? And if I keep grinding, I'm going to keep making more necklaces, which means I'm going to keep using more scrap. So it's real easy for the rate that I consume it to supersede the rate that I'm getting it back. I'm going to have to go visit the price gouging fishermen. So be it. So be it. We do have 2 astral runes as well, so those will help give us a nice little bump, right? So this is a times 54. We can see I got 11 quintillion at the bottom of the screen, and I might have broke cadence before that. I wasn't paying attention. So I mean that's a fine amount of souls, but I used to be able to see souls like that on like a 38 or a 40, and then even more exceptional souls on 50 and up. But now really, like if I don't have a times 45 multiplier at least, I'm just not seeing growth like that. So the diminishing returns really are starting to get us. So what I'm going to need to do here is go trade some reptile eye for some scrap. I hate doing it. But like I said, until I stop spending it, right? Until I stop making the shard necklaces and stuff, and stop doing these crazy hard grinds, I'm not gonna stop spending. I'm not gonna be able to build up scrap, right? I can build up a little. So yeah, 200 for. Oh yeah, it's worse than I thought. I thought it was 200 for like 36. 200 for 26, man. And whatever. Alright, that's enough to make 6. That's plenty. And it's not that I don't have them, right? I've got thousands, almost 4,000 reptile eyes, but I just, it's not, I don't find that to be a fair exchange rate. Not at all. Like, that's close to like a 10 to 1 exchange rate, right? I don't like that. Alright, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and use one of these temporal runes. Now watch it set us all up for the coins, right? Watch it set us all up for the coins now that we left the desert. Spirit boost, that's always nice. No golden invasion. But yeah, the scrap yarn, it's just like my dragon skills, right? Like I can't really build them up while I'm spending the crap out of them. And it's 3 per day for the soul spyglass, plus, however many compasses I make that day, right? Plus, if I want to upgrade any equipments, that's going to cost dragon skills every time, right? So that makes it hard to build them up. And there's the CPS boost. And the scrap is very much the same way. Same thing with the weekly feathers, because once your equipment is so high, every time you level up an equipment, it takes those feathers as well. And, if you're crafting equipment, if you're making armors or axes or helmets, if you're doing any of those, that's the only way you can get those, right? There's not another means to. It's not like that's rushing the process, right? Like I could wait to get an armor, or I can spend this stuff to make an armor. No, that's the only way you get it. So it's hard to spread the pool around to meet all those needs. So yeah. But once I stop grinding, right? Once I put this grind on pause, and I go into resource farming mode, which is what comes next, they do build up pretty quick, right? They just don't do that while you're actively spending them. But I don't think I'll need the spyglasses. If anything, I might make the CPS spyglass. But I don't think I'm going to need either one. I don't think I'm going to need to make the Deathbringer swords. Should be pretty easy to just stop with the absurd. Wow, look at that. 23,400%. But then also it gives me this soul multiplier, right? Making me choose between them. I'm gonna go with the souls, though. We're not gonna stop and grind that out. I mean, we're up to 1.38 We had that 54 multiplier. We've got a 34 now. We got I don't know, 34 or 35 quintillion out of the temporal rune. So I mean, that was a real fast like 54 quintillion, right? So, and here's another mega horde with the soul multiplier. That's always nice to see. So yeah, we're gonna ride this out, right? If it gets super crazy slow, then sure I'll consider ascending later. But also, depending on where I'm at, right? Like I mean, say I only need another 500 quintillion. I'm gonna be less worried about setting up my coins. And a gold box. Always hoping to see a time extension, but that's all right for the soul multiplier up to 1.39. And really, this is my first, like literally, I got my offline souls for overnight. Hey, there's my ascending heights. I got my offline souls for the overnight, and I jumped over to the desert, and I just let it idle there for a bit until I was gonna have the chance to really sit down and play. So I've literally just got idle rewards and some idle claw farm. This is the first actual playing of the game I've done for the day, so it's a pretty decent start. Um, Hopefully this momentum will continue throughout the day, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get, since I didn't get a video up yesterday, I am gonna try to get a second daily video up this evening to kind of make up for that. We'll consider this early morning video to be yesterday's video. So hopefully we'll see this pace continue, and I'll keep getting some good multipliers. If it's a day like yesterday, I got 360 quintillion yesterday for the day. So and like really we started at, so before we like clicked to get uh our rewards and everything in the morning, like we were at 1.25, so we were already up about 70 quintillion, and we've gained another like 54 at least since then. So I mean, it's not going so slow that I'm mad at it, right? We're down to less than 1 sextillion to go, so it's gonna be quick. Hopefully, like I said, if we stick at a rate of 360 or thereabouts per day, maybe 400 per day, we should be getting that ultra ascension within a few days here. And I am excited about it. I'm looking forward to getting the USP. I mean, 20 USP built up is crazy, and my total USP is I think like 157. So I mean, another 20 USP, that is over a 10% USP growth, and late in the game, right? That's less impressive if you're early in the game, but at this stage, that's wild. So I am very much looking forward to seeing the effects of those 20 USP once we finish up our resource farm and get back to the grind, that is. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do the second temporal rune. So about 35.8 quintillion is what I'm getting on those. I was lower before. I was getting like 33. Again, it's because my coin farm post ascension was not what it had been, especially with the sandstorm strikes going. So I was used to getting to a higher benchmark for my equipment levels, which affects your idle growth. So we did a whole video on that, and yeah. So, but still, now that my equipment is like on par to where I was used to seeing it. I was getting like 38 to 40 quintillion for a temporal rune, depending on where I was at in the ascension. So now, I'm a little over half. I think I'm like 7.7 or maybe 8% ascension growth right now. And that's reflecting at 35. That's still a noticeable dip, right? And it's just going to keep widening as I keep farming more souls. So, when you start putting together a really good soul farm here, like this instance, we had a new critical sword and we had a new stone of random for bigger soul multipliers and all this stuff. You start superseding, right? Yeah, you're like, wow, I'm getting these so fast, but that's just going to push you into a new echelon. And for a while, you're going to keep seeing, I'm getting more and more, I'm getting more and more. But eventually, those diminishing returns will catch up to you, and you stop getting more and more. You actually start getting less and less. And so once you're at a point that you ascend and you're feeling those diminishing returns more than you're feeling the bonus soul gains and stuff you got for ascending, that's a good sign that it's time to ultra ascend, right? Because you were on an incline, right? You were getting more and more souls, but now you reached the top of the hill and it's downhill from here. And that's definitely where we're at. I mean, like I said, we are still getting souls, right? It's just it's getting steadily less than what we were getting. So no soul multiplier here so far. I got about 15 minutes of buffs left, so we'll see if we get one here. We do have the special drink available. Oh, there's a small one, 24 times souls, so we can grind that out and then go hit the special drink. Hopefully get a soul multiplier off there, hopefully bigger than times 24. Use another one of those very expensive shard necklaces. Yeah, I mean, we're up to 1.42 now. That's the wrong tab. 804 to go. We were just at 905. So, I mean, we've gained 101 pretty quickly, pretty handedly. And we're about to roll it over. Boom, there's 1.43. So, I said we are still able to make progress, but it's definitely slower. And honestly, oh man, 20 more USP, y'all. That's gonna make, because that's all going. I'm not sure. I might just go 10 and 10, or maybe I'll go 13-7. I'm not sure. But that's all gonna get divvied between my active and random. So we're gonna see more gold boxes, which is more chance for the bigger, the above 40 soul multipliers, and also the duration of those is gonna last longer as well, and our coin farm is gonna jump pretty nicely. Because you also increase the CPS multipliers that you're seeing. That's why, like, the silver box multiplier and the daily multiplier are 26 for me now instead of 20. And the gold box is currently 39, but that will go up as well. So, and again, also the time of those buffs is going to be extended, so also very nice. Yeah, random. The stone of random is so crazy strong, y'all. So we're going to see some improvements there, and then also with the active stone, our bow farming will improve, which is always nice. But also you get the extra active souls. So even if I'm sticking with my rage farming, um, it's going to be worth more than it is now. Plus with better chances of getting gold box soul multipliers, etc. It's gonna be nice, y'all. It's gonna be a stark improvement. Um, And I am looking forward to reaping upon that reward. This has been quite the grind, so it's gonna be nice to see it pay off. But it's gonna be a minute, right? First, we gotta throw the USP back into this upgrades of time and let those go to. No, I don't want to do that. I need to turn that off. And we're going to go to village, hit the special drink. If we get some souls, we'll grind them out. If not, we'll wrap it up there because this is getting to be a longer video. And ideally, we're going to have a whole nother video to drop later anyway. So let's see if we get a soul multiplier. We did not. That's fine. But yeah. Once we ultra ascend, we're gonna be definitely doing some divinity farming while our daily and weekly eggs pile up a little bit, and we'll still be active because we still have to farm scrap. I still wanna, and this is the time, right, where I'll work on getting like stockpiling. Like, all right, I want maximum, blades or whatever. I want maximum everything. If I can farm it, I want to farm it all, and then go ahead and let it sit there so that when we do finish that process and get back to the soul grind, we will be in as good of a shape as we can be to hit the ground running. I mean, that's where we were when we started this, and we hit nigh about 26 tillion. So with 20 more USP to our backs, I think, and also we already have Master of the Realms, so Ascending is going to activate that. We'll be able to purchase the thing for 35% more souls in Funky Space now that Master of the Realms unlocks, which is going to help our bow farming quite a bit. So there's a lot of goodness to come once I get through this brief period of resource farming that's going to be right around the corner here. All right, y'all. That's gone on long enough, I'm sure. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.